Hey girl, welcome back to the podcast. Happy New Year. We made it, y'all. We did it, and I'm so happy to be here. I just am getting ready to go tube down a mountain with the boys. We are on vacation at a snow resort, and it's just such a beautiful experience. But what I wanted to share with you today is our best podcast episodes of 2024. You guys, this year was incredible in so many ways. I'm super blessed, and I just want to round out the year and start this new year strong by sharing with you the top 10 podcast episodes on the show in hopes that while you're doing laundry or walking or whatever it is, go back and listen to the top 10 downloaded episodes. All right, here we go. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. I'm Lindsey, former competitive figure skater and perfectionist, turned God-led imperfect boy mom and digital CEO. If you find yourself constantly thinking about food and wondering if you'll wake up one day free from the obsessive thoughts and behaviors controlling your life, then I've created this podcast for you. Because I know exactly what it's like to be a downright hot mess, trapped in a destructive cycle of disordered eating. I finally found freedom, and you can too, girlfriend. So if you're ready to heal your relationship with food and body and break the chains of control and show up in your best health, then grab your favorite Tarjay journal and let's get to it. So you can start living your best life as your best self. Hey girl, welcome to the Her Best Self podcast. It is New Year's Eve. I'm so happy that you're listening to the show. We are counting down to 2025, and so I thought it would be just perfect to do a podcast countdown of our top 10 most listened to episodes of 2024, the ones that truly resonated with you, with our community. So I want to dive into what made these episodes so powerful and why they connected with so many of you in your recovery journey. But I also wanted to just say thank you, friend, if you have been listening to this podcast. I cannot believe the year that we had here at Her Best Self Co. It was just extraordinary. As I was rounding out my business numbers and just looking at my vision and where I'm off to next with this company, I can't help but say thank you and just be astonished in all that God has done. And so I did want to share just to give you all that gratitude and for continuously listening to the show. We grew here by roughly 10% on the podcast, and typically an average podcast growth is a little over 7% year to year. So we knocked that one out of the park. We also grew the company by 322% in terms of business growth and revenue this year. And 98% of our clients had success in working together this year. And so I am just super blessed. I wanted to come on. I wanted to say thank you. And friend, if you are looking for that personalized support because you've tried all the things and nothing has worked for you in the past, I would love to connect with you, meet with you. And this is your year to step up and walk in it. Like no more repeating the same 365 days. It is time for you to shine. So if today you're feeling a tug on your heart to make a commitment with yourself, I want you to go on out to the website, herbestself.co, fill out a client application. I will say only fill out the client application if you are totally serious to knock the eating disorder behaviors to the curb, because we are just overwhelmed with so much love and so many ladies that we're able to help and to support. I also have coaches that I've trained in 2024, and so they're going to also be helping us taking on additional clients so that we can serve even more women across the world. So I just wanted to say thank you. Thanks for being here. And I wish you a beautiful new year. This year, as I was reflecting on my word of the year, I always do this, and I'll probably do an episode on it, but I just wanted to share my word. God put in my heart, originally it was like elevate or to pivot. And I don't know, I really do believe that you should pick a word for the year. It kind of sets the tone, it sets the theme. And elevate and pivot kind of kept coming up for me. Of course, neither one of them I was really super enthusiastic about, because to elevate really means to lift up and to rise and to reach new heights and to go all in. And, that can be scary. That can be fearful. That can be exactly like what you're doing in your journey right now. And as I was praying about my word, my heart was tugged. I was looking for clarity of my word, which was going to be elevate. And it was like I wanted God himself to say, that's your word for 2025. But he came up with something different. And so I wanted to share it with you in case you were thinking about setting the tone for your word for this year. He came up with leadership. And so that is my word for the year. It's leadership. In this devotional, it says, he designed you for a specific purpose, a mission, and an assignment. And it's not about status or titles or how many people know your name. Leadership is about understanding how God has uniquely wired you to make his name known. Supernatural leadership happens when you use your gifts, when you use your voice and presence to be a representation of God's love and goodness, his limitless creativity, hope, and freedom. You have been personally and strategically handcrafted by the Most High to lead others into his presence, possibility, and eternity. Don't be scared to shift. Don't be ashamed to bear abundant fruit. And don't be shy about asking God for provision, because there is nothing holy in hiding. Oh my gosh, I had chills coming up the back of my spine when I was reading this. And it says, you were born to lead, built to move, and chosen to help others rise up for such a time as this. Sis, my word of the year is leadership, because I have definitely felt all of that. The next level of Her Best Self Co. is going to require next level leadership, and I cannot wait to lead you in the new year. So stay tuned, because I'd love to do a whole episode on leadership. But today I wanted to round out the year strong and give you the top 10 downloads of the year. Starting with number 10, we're going to back our way into the most downloaded shows. So before we dive in and giving you the roundup, I want you to bring out a notebook and pen or come back to this episode, because I'm giving you 10 episodes for you to re-listen to. And so you're going to want to just jot down these numbers so that you can go back to those episodes. Number 10 is the number one thing that no one wants to talk about in eating disorder recovery. And I tackle the elephant in the room with you, those uncomfortable truths that literally I don't even think any other podcast are talking about in recovery, that most people want to avoid discussing. And this episode really resonates because it's going to get real about the current challenges that you are facing right now. And I also provide practical solutions in this one. So go back to episode 124. Okay, number 9 is episode 135. How long does it take to recover from an eating disorder? In this one, I broke down the 5 key variables affecting recovery timelines for people. And if you're wondering why your journey is looking different from others, or why you feel like you should be further along, then this episode explains some scientific truths behind recovery timing. So you'll want to check that one out. Number 8 is 138, 7 ways to battle the bloat and tame the tummy. This one goes into physical challenges of recovery that often go undiscussed, because my clients come to me and they go, I feel like I have so many GI issues right now. And so I wanted to bring something super tangible to you and dive into those practical strategies for really managing those digestive issues. Because the truth is that if you haven't been eating and you start eating more, your digestive system is waking up and it's going, oh my goodness, I need to move now. And this is a good thing, but it can feel really, really crappy. So go back, listen to episode 138. All right, I'm going to go rather quickly here. So again, don't forget to jot this down. But number 7 of the top 10 is episode 99, a huge mistake that is keeping you from actual food freedom. And this is where I revealed the common pitfall preventing your success. Plus, I talk about 2 game-changing strategies that you can implement right now. I'm going to give you a little hint on this one if it's been a while or if you haven't yet listened to episode 99, but The repetition is the key to recovery, sis. And you are what you do on repeat. You become what you want to be by being what you want to become on repeat. So go back and listen to episode 99. It is one of my favorites. Okay, number 6 in the top 10 is episode 98. Is recovery from an eating disorder really worth it? I asked myself this question every flipping day when I was trying to gain freedom from this god-awful place that I was living. And I talk about recovery ambivalence. I talk about it honestly in the show and helping you to understand how to choose between your recovery pain and eating disorder pain. And you're going to want to listen to that one. Okay, number 5 is episode 136. You are more than your body. In this one, I give you 7 powerful strategies that you can really work on for breaking free from self-objectification and truly find peace with your body. This episode has helped so many women shift their self-worth beyond their appearance. And I want you to listen to it if you've been struggling with body image. Number 4 is episode 148, the 10 phases of eating disorder recovery. This one is a comprehensive guide to understanding where you are in your recovery. And that way your brain can start to think about what comes next for you. I often talk about the 10 phases of recovery with my clients, and they love having clear markers for their progress. And so we'll start a session with like, what is your number? Like, where are you in your recovery right now? Where do you feel like you are? And the reality is we always feel like we're not as far as we actually are. And so listening to the 10 phases of recovery, it's going to give you some hope and inspiration. Go back and listen to episode 148. We are down to number 3, and that is episode 100, What is Recovery? Because many people are thinking, okay, I struggle with my eating. I struggle with thoughts around food and controlling my food, but what is recovery? This milestone episode shares my personal anorexia recovery journey and story, and I define what true recovery looks like. This one is raw, it's honest, it's hope-filled. It was very vulnerable for me. Listen to episode 100. Number 2, episode 126. I want you to try this 4-step strategy to face the fear of gaining weight. In this one, I talk about the practical framework that I leverage with my clients for confronting one of recovery's biggest challenges, and that is the fear of gaining weight. This episode provides actionable steps for you if you are ready to move forward despite having that weight gain fear that's in your mind, despite that voice in your mind saying you're going to gain weight, you're going to blow up. This one is for you, friend. I don't care how many times you've listened to it. Go back to episode 126. And last but not least, the top downloaded episode of 2024 is episode 140. Are you settling for starving? This was the most downloaded episode, and I truly believe because it goes into 8 powerful alternatives to living with an eating disorder. It shows you, friend, what's really possible beyond a life of being chained to an eating disorder. This episode sparked numerous breakthrough moments for listeners, for clients. I got emails on it because we settle, because we think that's all we can have. And as you navigate 2025 and just stepping into a fresh new start, a fresh new year, I want you to realize that you don't have to settle for starving anymore. Like, you just don't. And I want you to know that you are better than this voice inside of your mind. What made these episodes stand out, I truly feel, was their combination of the practical strategies. Like, this is your recovery toolbox, friend. I want you to come here. I want you to experience deep truth and real healing. And every single one of these episodes addressed a core fear, a core challenge, or a question that you might be having right now as you navigate freedom. If you missed any of these, I do encourage you to catch up. Now is the perfect time. And friend, I want you to know you're not alone. You are not alone. As you go into 2025, remember that recovery is possible and you don't have to face it alone. I want to thank you for making 2024 incredible. I love you. I can't wait to bless you in the new year. And until next time, bye for now, girl. Oh, friend, thank you so much for letting me share what was on my heart today. My hope for this podcast is to help more women find freedom from food and body. If this has empowered or blessed you, let me know. I'd be honored for your rating and review of my show, and I'd love to connect with you in my private Facebook community. You really can move from perfection to purpose. Let's break the chains together. I'll help navigate the way. Until next time, bye for now, girl.